Cursed rent payment. How do I tell my boyfriend the rent is covered this month? Putting in more hours this week so we can cover rent. New $250 tip from John B. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis pushes death penalty for child rapists. This is a bad idea lol. Found one. EV holds juice. Unfortunately, that means EV can grip cylindrical objects with its hand. Folks, I might not walk as easily or talk as smoothly as I used to. I might not debate as well as I used to. But what I do know is how to tell the truth. Breaking news. Biden, I intend to win this election. Joe Biden, I think I speak for everyone when I say that we don't need to hear you debate if you want to win this election. Next time you go against Trump, just rip off your shorts and start trekking until the room smells like shit. I promise you'll get more votes. Godspeed. Tell me what you smiling about today. My girl cheated on me with a married man and the wife beat her up. If I had a nut, I'd stack donuts on it. If I had a catty, I'd let the homies it. You got a race though, so what's the hold up? Bro, it took Sonic fans 3 decades to simp over the actual humans in this franchise. Sonic? Chris? Mom? Friend, why would you want to freeze time? Me, no particular reason. Why would you want to freeze time? I would become a porn star, and in a no-second, after I came on my actress's face, I would freeze time and take a break. Ages would pass like this, me unfreezing time, coming again on her face, freezing time again, taking a break. After centuries, I would unfreeze time for the last time in this series, and lo and behold, the world's longest and most unexplainable money shot, with the girl completely buried and looking like more of a Jabba the Hutt type creature than a girl after my multi-hours long cram shot. Bonus. My hair and beard kept growing the whole time, so as I'm spewing out this monumental cram load, my hair is literally blowing out of my head and turning grey and right at the same time. People would talk about the cram shot that changed the world for millenniums to come. My cat got banned from the vet's office. 6 months later, I tried to schedule an appointment under a false name, and when I described my cat, the girl said, "Is this Monroe?" I said yes, and started pleading. Yes, but wait, LMAOAOOOO, hangs up. The type of porn you watch is who you really are. I guess I'm a child then. Men swear their sex drive is high until they meet a woman who likes to have sex. Difference between having high sex drive and being able to resurrect my direction like a pen's necromancer. Yo, what's your lil C's at? She's 7. Duck off. I spent 50 hours buried alive. He was eating while laying down. Oh my god. What if he started choking down there and they couldn't get to him in time? Well, he's already buried. A man leapt from a second floor apartment after his gunslinging date tried to shoot him because he refused to give her oral sex. Why isn't it her mugshot there instead of his picture? And why wasn't she charged with sexual battery or attempted rape? If this was a man, he would have the charge. This is a woman's mugshot. I know his tongue be counting the individual eggs in Susan's ovaries. Reed, please stop doing that, I beg you. I'm estimating scale here, but, dear god, that could be dozens of asteroids, minutes, maybe seconds away. It took everything you had just to hold back one. We can't. We have to. Honey, we do what we can. You're allowed to spray a man with Raid if he's under 5 feet 11. Does this mean we can use elephant rifles on girls more than 200 pounds? Bulk widows aren't that bad. A bulk widow killed my father and raped my mother. Results may vary. How did your high school crush turn out as an adult? She married a successful guy who is now an executive vice president in a large company that everyone is familiar with. She's rich and travels the world. She sure dodged a bullet. There is one 4th of July that always sticks out for me. 1997. That's the year my stepdad pulled me aside from the fireworks show to reveal he bought a grenade. He tossed it off a cliff and just he and I saw it. I started calling him dad. The man earned it. That was a dark year for me. Me and my dad were at the Grand Canyon for 4th of July and then, out of nowhere, he just blew up right beside me. I wish I could snack clock like that. It's been 5 years, and I'm easily better than her now. In the Vietnamese version of Cinderella, Tam can. At the end, Cinderella dismembered her stepsister, put the body into a jar of food, and sent it to her stepmother to eat, which she enjoyed, until she found the skull at the bottom of the jar, and died of shock. I love stories with a happy ending. Being raped by BTS is not a chime, it is a dream. Let's put men and women together in sports, and see how well that works out. I love beating women. If it wasn't for women, this is how guys would live. If it gets cold, you can just leave the engine running for a bit, and you'll never be cold again. Please be careful, my uncle joined the army with his best friend. He had to watch him get hit and killed with a grenade. Womp womp. I love beating women. Same. I mean, I also like to beat women. Preferably in video games. But also sometimes in bed, if they like it. If you know what I mean. I know damn well you ain't ducking any women in bed. What would you do if you found me in your fridge? I'd be extremely scared, because the other bodies in my fridge don't smile. I like your tattoos. I don't have any. Those red marks make a really cool design pattern. It's self-harm cuts. At least you're aesthetic with it. Your app name is Lil plus the last reason you were in the hospital. Lil Nal B. Happy 29th anniversary of the Garfield stripe, where John drinks dog semen. Have a cup of coffee, John. Why, thanks. Don't mind if I do. Congratulations, Mr. Arbuckle, you are going to give birth to a fine healthy litter of puppies. I hate puppies. Absolutely obviously not a coffee mug. There's no handle. He looked into it in the first panel. He knew. How has serving impacted you? My wife ducked 10 guys while I was gone, and I'm afraid of fireworks. I found my ex-girlfriend's body in the morgue I work at. It was very awkward. Still giving you the silent treatment? The cold shoulder? Did she ghost you? I was really into it until she aped. Aping destroys your lungs, and I can't watch people hurt themselves. And personally, I'm really saddened to see this behavior on such a wholesome site. Imagine having to wear sunscreen. Imagine having to travel for clean water. Imagine being genetically predestined to have a small willy. Everyone is calling me a school shooter, and it really ducking hurts. I can't even hurt a fly without feeling like a sadistic shot, and now I'm being associated with cold-blooded child killers. Feels bad, man. Time to teach them a lesson. Ladies of Reddit, how often have you received an unsolicited picture to your inbox on Reddit? Surprisingly, I've never gotten one via Reddit. Incoming. You make my nut twitch like an epileptic kid during a grand mal. My brother is epileptic. Awesome. So you get the reference. In the UK, you can get a signed birthday card from the Queen on your 100th birthday. And when you turn 13, you get a text from Prince Andrew. I used to think blowjobs were when girls would literally blow on a guy's pants and inflate the tentacles. Pop. Dear men, anyone else, really, don't. Stop effing manspreading. Just use the power move. Drape your legs on both of those, then let out the biggest dart you can. Sometimes when I'm too lazy to get up and moisturize my lips, I just stick a linger in my catty and use it like Vaseline. What a ducking nightmare you people are. Jesus. Satan. You get free lipstick every month. Roast me. What school should we stalk this time? Sherlock. Elementary, my dear Watson. Ducking quality. What is your least favorite part of the slacks? Giving her the $400. Someone's mom is totally using you as a bad example for her kids. My own mom uses me as bad example for others' kids. Autistic artist draws 18-foot picture of New York after taking 20-minute helicopter ride over city. See. Vaccines aren't that bad. How to pick up a cat like a pro. Better advice on cat handling. Can I do that on a Jaguar? Yes, but only once. I wish clown girls were an actual race of people. Their entire scene is right. The clown nose is natural. Their knee pals and catty lips, aka classy, have alternate colors, sometimes the same as the lips. Their scene probably tastes funny. Imagine the taste of their best milk. Grabbing their best sore ace causes a honk noise. Want to playfully grope clown wife's bet in public. Loud ace honk is heard echoing from her. Everyone turns to you too, knowing full well what is going on. She embarrassingly honks her nose, trying to play it off. Jamie Foxx was an amazing Electro. Even I, being a recess, look forward to his return to Spider-Man 3. Fun fact: Among Us got banned at the daycare where I work at. Turns out, you know how YouTube has the autoplay thing? Well, one day the kids were watching Among Us songs on YouTube when autoplay changed it to the Among Us tour taking video. 10-hour version to be exact, and all the kids tried tour taking. So that's how Among Us got banned. 31 female, married, mom, bartender. Never been roasted, but can't be worse than what I've heard before from the people said above. Avated, r/roast me. Got enough foundation on that face to have saved one of the World Trade Centers. Fun anecdote. I came in my pants when I got my first lap dance at a very trashy strip club. I spent 30+ minutes in a bathroom stall pretending to shut and trying to mouth blow dry my jizz off the khaki cargo shorts while dudes beat on the door because I was taking up a coke stall. The CIA couldn't texture this out of me. Which would you choose for life? Love or Slex? Love? Pure Slex is fun, but doesn't fulfill anything in my opinion. Love, on the other hand, can give you so much. I'm pretty sure something gets filled during Slex. Remember, when you point a linger at someone, there are 3 more pointing back at you. That's why I just shoved my hand up their race. I want to extract the eggs from your ovaries and take the milk from your honkers and mix them together to make an omelette. What moment made you go, huh? Maybe I delved too far into the pun rabbit hole. That video of man putting his head in a vague, mama, I'm coming home. People can be so harsh sometimes. You should give me your number. I'll be your therapist. I don't know about my number, but you can DM me on Reddit. Alright. What the duck are you doing? Getting laid, Nick. Go duck yourself. Jeff Bezos realizing that he can change his gender and become the richest woman in the world. Then he marries Elon Musk, divorces him, gets half of his money, changes gender again, and boom, he's the richest man in the world. I'm screenshotting this to a Roll34 artist. The Gardevoir in my Pokeball trainer warned the Lopunny I'm battling before I capture her. What, is this like a 8-year-old's joke or something? Yes, because 8-year-olds duck their Pokemon. American girl releases first doll with hearing loss. Wait, the other ones can hear us? How am I supposed to go to work when I wake up like this? Breakfast in bed. Can't wait to gamble today. Literally shaking. That's called dedication. That's called an addiction. Buddy, I've been gambling every day for 20+ years. It's all I think about, and I still haven't gotten addicted, so I doubt it's happening. Name a scam. Going to sleep on time and waking up tired. If you had to legalize a crime, what would it be? Speeding in school zones. America's childhood obesity problem can easily be solved by kids running for their lives to get home. Planted in 1933, this mysterious forest swastika remained unnoticed until 1992. It was then quickly cut down. Are you crying, my furrow? No. That's actually really impressive that they managed to do that. German engineering. Yeah, and my mom carried me for 9 months. Just because you spent a long time making something doesn't mean people have to like it. God damn, dude. Bro strapped C4S to himself and jumped into the mouth of that sandworm. If a girl hits me, I'm hitting back. The hand of justice knows no slacks. So that's why they used to call me the Hand of Justice. I drilled a special cram hole in the drywall using a hole saw. Eventually it might fill up, but then I'll just drill one in the opposite wall. So it's a load-bearing wall. Choose a superpower. Someone else names something bad about it. Third person gives you a superhero name. I'll go first. I can eat nearly twice the amount hamburgers in one day than the average person. I shapeshift and change my slacks with a swish of a hand. You don't have hands. The head of Abraham Lincoln's wax sculpture has melted off due to the heat wave in Washington, D.C. He's just reenacting the night at the theater. Don't worry. The worst part about drinking and driving is having to look up from my phone every few minutes. What terrible sex advice would teenage you totally believe? Back in high school, one kid said, if you cram in a girl, you can just squeeze her and it'll come back out, so she won't get pregnant. 15-year-old me believed it for a short while too. The old toothpaste tube method works every time. For 10 seconds, stop what you're doing and just listen. What do you hear? Thanks for this. Turns out the hostage was screaming again. Why does half of Twitter think they are going to lead a communist uprising when they are too scared to order pizza on the phone? Me when I ducking, get my hands on King Boo's fat ace. Retired vet. Whenever someone brought in a perfectly healthy animal to be put to sleep, I always encouraged it to be done privately in their absence. If they agreed, I secretly sent the animal to some friends who run a rehoming center. Still charged for the euthanasia. Retired funeral director here. I used to do exactly the same with my clients. My fees were a bit higher though. Even worse than rapists, it's usually a Venn diagram. When Venn diagrams look like a stack of pancakes. Man, I love pancakes. Delete this. I don't want to associate my pancakes to pan ribs. Same. There was a newscaster when I was a teenager that I liked to watch because she was beautiful and a lot of that was her collarbone. It definitely catches my eye. Yeah. Makes wanna leave a nut puddle in their supraclavicular fossa. The Acolyte episode 3 introduces lesbian space witches that use the force to get pregnant. I also use force to get lesbians pregnant. That if she's on top you can't get her pregnant. A girl in my high school friend group believed this, and that you can't get pregnant during a full moon. She now has 5 kids by 5 dudes. Damn, she really had to test the hypothesis. Remember when Bugs Bunny ducking shot someone because he wouldn't stop coughing? North Korea vibes. Eat off his plate on the first date to establish dominance. Leave her with the bill to establish consequences. You might have been indirectly responsible for someone's doubt and not even know it. Oh, I hope it wasn't that guy I stabbed. I wear a ring now, and the amount of men checking me out or talking to me reduced by 80%. My guy wears a ring, and the amount of women checking him out or talking to him doubled. What the duck is wrong with you women? I knew a single guy in college that wore a fake wedding ring because it helped him get attention from women. He slept with dozens of women that thought he was cheating on his wife with them. When he told them he was single afterwards, they were all outraged. 3 boys let a bulk widow spider bite them, hoping to become Spider-Man. Instead they became Uncle Ben. Great video. 8/10. It would be a 9/10 if you didn't spam the word daddy so much. Also would love to see one of you doing a backflip after he crams. It would be crazy. What is a weird habit that you have? I like to put my hands on my genitals when I sleep. I also like to put my hands on your genitals when you sleep. I bet you wipe instead of letting it crust. Nah bro, I use water. I'll let my homie pass in my ace to clean it. We call it pressure washing. I eat kiwis with the hairy scene on. My mom said I seemed to like it, so she wasn't going to stop me. Later on I find out that I'm a freak of nature for doing it, but I still eat it that way because I just like it. The only downside is that, since I like the texture of the hair and scene, I have forbidden fruit moments when I'm looking at the abdomen of a tarantula. The best Halloween costume of the year is arch nemesis Legs Luthor. The best joke I've seen so far. Disney has made a show where even in a galaxy far, far away, the bulk kids still don't have a father. Wakes up after 70 years to find a bulk guy giving him orders. What is the strangest compliment you've ever received? I was told that I have nice legs by some random guy that didn't have legs at Walmart once. What did you say? They are not for sale. Not to brag, but I'm halfway done filling my basement with gasoline. This pool is gonna be lit. A period is not an excuse to have an attitude. I miss the times when men would go to war and die. I like sleep. I feel you, man. Sleep is like a free trial of doubt. Love that shut. Doubt, but with ads. If there's a hole, there's a goal. Vault Boy. Either the Nuka-Cola or Vault Boy is coming out pregnant. Nobody will stay unimpregnated. Started my juice cleanse yesterday and also went for a hike. Bullshit. What did you really do? Drank 3 bottles of wine and fell down the stairs. Menevra did what is craziest thing you've put your pens in? Hot tub pump. Toilet paper roll. Play-Doh. Pudding cup. I'm reading this in the Fairly Odd Parents theme. The doom and gloom up in his room are broken instantly by his magic little nut and all the places to stick, cause in reality, he has an odd finish. Fairly odd finish. Yes, you really are too sweet for your own good. My lady doctor just flirted with me. She told me that I'm too sweet. Well, her exact words were, severely diabetic. But I know what she really meant. Send her nut pics. Doctor. Pence. Unremarkable on exam. Russia launches large-scale military attack on Ukraine. Incredible product placement on Toyota's part there. When the Russians invade, I know I can feel safe. Thanks to my new Camry from Toyota. With a reliable 2.5 litre dynamic force 4-cylinder engine. Toyota's automatic smart lock. And the new built-in 9K35 Strela 10 short-range surface-to-air missile system. I know I can sleep safe at night. Toyota. Let's go places.